don't laugh. He might just show up at your house. Alright folks, welcome back and thank you for tuning in. My name's Randy. For those that don't know it, of course you can probably tell that by the name of the channel. It's that time of year again, and I figured, I remind you guys every year about this. I'm a little bit late this year, but happened to think of it and figured I better do it before I forget. So what time of the year is it? Well, it's time to humidify your guitars, especially if you have an acoustic guitar. Ones like this one here that's got a rosewood open grain fretboard on it, you might want to watch that. Or if it's got a lot of the finish missing, you may want to pay close attention to it. Always keep your guitars around 45 to 55%. Use one of these. Put it inside your guitar hole or inside your case if it's an electric guitar with your case. But I'm mainly talking about acoustic guitars on this. Anyways, put this inside your guitar and cover the sound hole with something that will not absorb moisture. Plastic, a styrofoam plate, or anything that won't absorb moisture. I'll get it in a minute. And leave that in there for 48 hours, okay? You can't tell exactly what the moisture content of the wood is, but you can tell pretty close to what it is. If you're anywhere between 45 and 55%, you're going to be okay. It's going to be good. Anything below that or over it, you need to go to work. And usually this time of year, it's going to be below that. So what are you going to do? Well, I got several methods. I got these little containers, and I can squeeze that together and put it in a guitar hole. I take towels and put it in there, soaking, sobbing wet, man. You can just set this in there with water in it, but there's a good chance you might spill it. Kid come along and hit it or something, So it's better to put a towel in the bowl and soak that towel, soaking wet. Squeeze that together, stick it back in your sound hole. Block the sound hole off with one of these. Now I'm talking if it's pretty low, if it's humidity is pretty low on it. If it's not very low, they make things like these gadgets. Dampets is what this is called. It's got, in case you've never seen them, it's got little holes in it, you see. And there's like foam inside of this thing, alright? It actually, when you buy one, if you buy one, you get this with it, with the string tied to it. This is a plastic cover. So you just hook your dampet onto that plastic cover like so, and stick this back in the guitar. Get this wet, get this soaking wet, then wring it out and dry it off. Make sure it's completely dry on the outside. Then you stick it back in your guitar. Put this over the sound hole. If you got strings on it, the strings will rest right across there, and it holds it down. If you can see that lip there, it's clear. I don't know if you can see it or not. Some of these come with a little humidifying gauge, for lack of a better word, on that. Don't use those. They're not accurate. They're not very good, man, at all. But, there's other ways you can do it. Like, say, you can put a bowl down in there, or you can use one of these, or you can get these sound hole humidifiers. I don't know if I showed you all that before or not. You just hold it underwater. There's got a sponge in it there, and you get that sponge soaking wet. Then wring it out, so it's not dripping. Wipe the entire thing off. It's got little lips here, if you can see those, to help hold it. Those goes around your guitar sound hole, and it'll stay right there. It'll never come out. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And then give it, 24, 36, 48 hours, sometimes 72. There again, it depends on just how dry your guitar is. You can, if a guitar is really dried out, I wouldn't recommend putting a lot of water into it, because you can humidify a guitar too fast. A lot of people don't know this, but it's a fact. And what happens is the wood swells up faster than the finish can stretch, for lack of a better word. And it will shatter your finish or crack it. I've seen some guitars that were over-humidified or under-humidified and humidified too quickly. Just split the finish. This looks like shattered glass, man, all over. Or it'll have, hairline cracks in it. both ways, either one. Here's another one of these. Oh, here's what I was talking about. Here's that little dampit gauge I was telling you about. I doubt if you can see it under these lights, but they don't work, man. I don't know why I even saved it. They do work, but not very good. Now, this is a smaller one, as you can see. So you can get them different sizes. Like this would be, I doubt you could get that in F holes on a mandolin. This one you could. I have before. They make all different sizes. And these things are kind of expensive, if I remember right. I've got a whole bunch of them here somewhere, and I can't remember what I paid or even where I got them from. But they're fairly expensive, if I remember right. They was. But you get this with it, like I said, and that little gauge, if you want to call it that. Let me see that again. Let's have a look at that. Read between pink and blue. Blue is 20% up to about 40. 40% up to about 60 or 70 is pink. And that thing changes colors depending on what the humidity in your guitar is. They're cheap. It's just something, you know, to have an idea to go by. Get you one of these, man. You can get them for like 10 bucks off of Amazon. And use that, and you'll be way more accurate. You can, however method you use to humidify your guitar, then you can stick this in it, like I said in the beginning, put one of those non-absorbent covers over the sound hole, and you can tell, you know, if you got it up between 45-55%, or you need to come up some more, or if you overkilled it. A lot of people ask me if they over-humidify a guitar, acoustic, what do you do? How do I get the humidity down on it? A good method I've found is take a beach towel, okay? A beach towel of all things. Throw that thing in your wife's dryer and get it hot, really hot. Then bring it in, and while it's hot, stuff it inside the guitar, spread it all out inside the guitar, and cover the sound hole. Well, you wouldn't necessarily have to cover the hole. The heat from that thing, though, will dry the guitar out, and it will help absorb some of the over humidity that's in there. You know, if you're above 55%, the farther above 55% you are, the more times you're going to have to heat the towel and put it back in there. But it's a system that works. I've been doing that for years, and you can pretty much you know, bring that level up and down to about wherever you want it by doing that. And then the other direction, humidifying it. A lot of times people over humidify their guitars and they swell up. Like say, all that moisture has to go somewhere. It goes into the wood. Well, that makes the wood swell. You got constant string stress, usually pulling on your guitar. You're going to get a belly. A lot of guitars I get here with bellies on them are because those guitars were over humidified. I've seen it happen a bunch, man, and you know, you don't want to go any more than 55%. If it's above 55%, get it down, like I told you with the hot towel. If it's below 45%, get it up, like I showed you with dampits, or a bowl of rag water, if you want to call it that. But do try to control it. And people all the time tell me, say, well, I've got a guitar I've had for 50 years, and I never did do anything. I never humidified it or dehumidified it, and it don't have a crack in it. Well, yeah, that happens. I know a lot of people that's happened too. And the only thing I can tell you is that guitar has been within 45 to 55% range, or very close to that, all those 50 years. It wasn't out of that range very long at a time. You take any guitar and go below that or above it, and you're going to have trouble, I guarantee it. A lot of times, if they get dried out, they'll deform. You get a lot of cracks and crap in them. One guy had it was a hollow body or semi-hollow body electric guitar. He sent me pictures. I think, or maybe it was I don't remember, but it had F holes. I remember that. He sent me pictures, and it was all, the holes were all crooked and crap. I said, man, that guitar's dried out. I said, don't even get a couple of these dampits and stick them in those F holes, put one in each hole and cover the holes over. And in about 3 weeks, he sent me another picture, and the guitar was perfect, man. It straightened itself out. Now, this won't happen all the time, but in most cases it will. So, I just wanted to remind you guys of that. We hadn't talked about it for a while. And this time of year, like I say, time of year, man, you turn your heat on, start drying the air out in our homes and our offices and stuff, and it's your guitarist is not going to like that. They're not going to like you if you let it be that way. Steel wool. I don't know why I have that on there. Not over-humidify. Steel wool. Why would it even be doing on this list? Oh, I know why. Because I bought these the other day. Check this out. Eric, see, thank you, man. I was getting ready to order sandpaper the other day for doing frets, because I got a lot of frets to do here, including this guitar and a cage you watch me unbox. Anyways, Eric was talking about fret erasers, and I had like 2, I think, here somewhere. I don't know where they are because I always use sandpaper. Anyways, Eric told me on the erasers, after I got looking at them, I went to Stumac, at the worst place to go. You pay an arm and a leg and a left eyeball and a right nut for them. But here they are. They run all the way. I don't know if you're seeing that or not because of the bright lights. That's 200 grit. Not 200, 400, 800, 1200, 2000, 4000, and 8000 grit paper, man. 8000 grit. I can really make some shiny frets with these. Eric, thanks, man. I've been wanting to get more of these, and I don't know, I never thought of it. I was just going to buy sandpaper like I always do. This time I got these. Stay tuned, I'll let you know if I like them or not. I think I'm going to, though. For the price of them, I probably will learn to like them. Thanks for watching. Humidify your boxes. Keep your box moist, boys and ladies. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Cheers. My God, Earl. Come on, man. Get your tongue out of the bear's mouth.